All right, so if DeDLeader is still here, which I'm not quite sure he is, but we saw him here this morning. I'm a big fan of DeDLeader. I like what he's up to. Look at this, 543 likes on this video. And it says, the one stupid thing I want in Star Citizen the most. Let's check it out.
There's a lot of features and gameplay coming in Star Citizen's future.
What's up, Firestarter?
Missions,
Welcome to the stream.
ship tractor beams, entirely new star systems to explore, and much more than I'd ever be able to get through in just one video. There's one thing that I've wanted in game for as long as I've played Star Citizen.
Blowjobs.
It's not something most people probably have been hanging out for or following. It's not a capital ship. It's not player-built habs. It's not
Blowjobs.
big and flashy or even science fiction at all. Heck, there's a good chance you have one with you right now. I really just want a TV remote.
That was good. That's good. That's good.
Now, let me flesh out exactly what I mean a little more and why it's something I want so badly. It's often debated what Star Citizen actually is because it's debatable that it's even a game in the traditional sense. There's
it's a lifestyle.
Not a clear mission structure. Missions are there, but they don't specifically lead to an end game or a way to finish it.
Dude. It's
you
an
could
experience.
say Star Citizen has gameplay, but isn't entirely a game. But then why do we still enjoy it so much? If it's not because it's a fun game, then what is it we're enjoying? Let me be absolutely clear on this. This isn't an insult on Star Citizen. I love Star Citizen, and the majority of others who also talk about this also say it while enjoying it also. One of the most accurate descriptions I've heard Star Citizen be called is that it's an elaborate sci-fi VR chat. VR chat being another game that's essentially a virtual reality chat room, a way to hang out with friends and do something socially together.
It's a game not for kiddos, right? I mean, VR chat has a little of that kiddo thing going on there. I know Starlet and LC play that. They talk about VR chat all the time. And, you know, in some respects, yes, there's some comparisons to be made that are similar, where you can go at your own pace. You know, that's one of the things I like about this game is you can go at your own pace. You can do whatever it is you want. You're not pressured to grind. You're not pressured to do anything you don't want to do in the game other than what you want to do in it. There's no like ultimate objective where like once you're in, you have to do X, Y, Z. You choose. You get to choose. You get to take your time doing it. And there's a lot of people that enjoy that experience in gaming. I am one of those types of people. I don't think that kiddos gravitate to that. And again, I think that's why it's a great filter to get rid of that kind of Fortnite vibe, right?
Online with friends and like minds from all over the world easily. And I've often found myself treating Star Citizen like this. Some of the most fun is catching up with your friends or making new friends on a ship together and just hanging out. At that point, it doesn't really always matter what you do with each other. Hunt bounties, go mining, do some first-person shooter missions, or just straight up go to jail. Those are all really just the background for the hang, so to speak. Star Citizen has a lot of quiet times where you can actually afford to talk and catch up, waiting for a tram or ship to be claimed, QTing to some distant location, or doing a hard time in Klesha. You pretty soon learn that there's going to be a lot of patience and downtime needed in order to enjoy Star Citizen. And if you can't, then you probably won't be playing Star.
That's an understatement. This game, this game requires copious amounts of patience, like copious amounts of patience you didn't even think existed. You have to dig down deep and find that patience.
This isn't for very long. And this is why I think remote controls in game would be the perfect addition. To be more accurate, what I'm talking about is the ability to control the many TV screens and monitors found.
That's wonderful. And this is a conversation we brought up in 2016 when we were talking about holocams. We theory crafted the shit out of this. Back in 2016, we were talking about it because we saw the CEO of Consolidated Outlander that basically was a commercial, and there were these cams that rotated them on the cinematic. And I said, man, wouldn't it be cool if we could actually own these holocams? Right. Also, the Mako, which is one of the ships that is a web van, that is the media van of Star Citizen. We talked about the utility of this particular type of ship and how we would want to see it being used. We talked about the screens. We talked about the ability to watch TV, perhaps make content in the game and broadcast it in the game on the televisions. Now, that's a huge ask. That is a huge ask. And I want this in the game, and many others do as well, especially in the Star Citizen Machinima world, where creation is paramount. The stories that they make, the way they narrate the stories, to be broadcasted in the game. In fact, Zark from Zark Media, a Star Citizen, an avid Star Citizen content creator who makes Machinima, talks about this as well, expands upon that initial conversation that we had back in 2016, talking about exactly how he wants to see things. And he has a media company called HubNet. And HubNet is a large gathering of Star Citizen Machinima creators all together under one umbrella, focused, doing what they do together, which I think is a fantastic outfit. In fact, I put a highlight out thanking them because they were talking about me on a video or a stream, and they were very generous, and that's on the channel. So, you know, all in all, yes, that should be in the game, but man, I think that's a huge ask. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, honestly, but it would be pretty damn cool.
In Star Citizen's many ships,
there's the Square.
Almost always a monitor or display in the crew quarters, recreation area, or mess hall that, as it stands, don't display anything other than the occasional logo on them. What I want is for a ship's owner to be able to enter the URL of a stream, YouTube video, or playlist that will allow everyone in the party
because this happens in VR chat. In fact, like we saw this in Discord. Starlet and Elsie actually watch me in their house in VR chat. So they actually, when they're watching the stream most times, Elsie and Starlet are literally sitting in their VR house watching a DG360 on a screen, and I would just like to applaud that. They're doing very bad things to themselves while they watch me too. No, that's terrible. That was a step too far.
To be able to watch it on the ship screen's client side from their own computer, meaning that none of the content would be fed through Star Citizen's own servers to not hinder server performance and also dodge any potential copyright violations CIG might incur otherwise for broadcasting anything that they don't have the rights for, since it would be the illegal equivalent of the player watching something through their own browser. Imagine the CIG could maintain official default playlists with in-game ship commercials, event announcements, and even have their own community hub playlist where they would be essentially broadcasting player-submitted content throughout the entire verse. You could watch the latest Star Citizen live with pals from the comfort of your own ship while blasting baddies into space dust. And think of the live org streams that would pop up. 24-hour AI streams that have access to the Star Citizen API.
Backspace right there.
So that you could have a live Medrunners show broadcasting service.
I love these young bucks, man. I love these new guys to the game, man. Like DeDLeader, you got Star Streams in here. You got a lot of new guys, new faces. Backspace is in here. You got like a lot of young bucks in the space right now. As an OG in the space, it's cool to see these guys, and they're helping each other out, and they're putting their clips in there. I like the DeDLeader's doing this. DeDLeader's putting some Backspace on. He's putting some other content creators on. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, man.
Beacon requests to get real-time search and rescue requests. Or a Cowboy Bebop style big shot for the bounty hunters type show, continually broadcasting the latest player bounties on your server that need a spanking. Or maybe you're taking your team on a mission they haven't done yet, so you want to show them a video breaking down the game plan in a how-to guide you found online, while everyone's in the back getting ready to gear up while you're queuing to the destination. Or maybe the Daymar Rally or other Star Citizen esport events.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have some type of legalese that would need to be inserted into this in order to do this, right? Right, Sketch? I mean, like, you're absolutely right, man. But, like, I would just take a note from VR Chat. Whatever VR Chat's doing, they're able to do it. If VR Chat's able to do it, then most assuredly Cloud Imperium and Star Citizen should be able to do that. You would think so.
Taking place. Bring the scores live in the background in the room next to you as you're going about your everyday tasks. The immersion and potential for a multitude of player-driven experiences is astounding and something that really gets my mind racing with ideas of how it could be used. And of course, you could just have your favorite streamer on
Yeah,
the background.
Second Life
which would
could
be-
do it.
No,
Right,
DeDLeader, your
Starstreams.
ego's so fucking big, I can't deal with it. I can't stand. I like you. I can't stand people like you. Does that make sense? Do you know who the best content creators in my chat are? Burks, Zero, Voidyvids.
I like
I
Voidy.
like you, but you drive me nuts. Because I like you enough, and I think your content's good. But at times,
He gets so salty. He's so aptly named. He gets jelly. He compares himself to everybody. He just needs to take a breath and like calm down a little bit, man. But that's his thing. That's his shtick. That's why people go back to him, man. It's like he's always jealous and always salty. He's so aptly named. He's just so aptly named.
I want you to just fuck off.
I feel like he needs a vacation, though. I feel like he does need a vacation. I feel like Mike is gonna have some type of heart attack. He needs to learn how to kind of vibe a little bit and chill out, take a breath, enjoy himself. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be some type of level of enjoyment, Mike. You need to kind of like relax a little bit. Maybe a little less salt. Maybe just Mike for a little bit. I don't think people would like Mike, though. People probably wouldn't tune in for just Mike. Like if it was no Salty and all Mike, they'd be like, fuck this guy. And, you know, the sad reality is when he's done streaming, he just becomes Mike. And, you know, he's no fun. He's no fun. He's not fun when he's Salty Mike either. But he's watchable. He's watchable. He's watchable. Oh, it's okay, DeDLeader, dude. He's having an existential crisis. It's okay, DeDLeader.
Burks, Zero,
He didn't mention
Voidyvids.
DeDLeader. He did mention DeDLeader. You don't need Salty Mike's just the validation. You don't need it. You don't need it, DeDLeader.
And no, DeDLeader, your ego's so fucking big, I can't deal with it. I can't stand. I like you. I can't stand people like you. Does that make sense?
We're just confident people. We're just confident people, is all. We don't compare ourselves. You know, we're not comparing ourselves to anybody. We're just very confident
At
people.
times, I want you to just fuck off.
He's a master. He's an artist. This is an artist, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, don't compare yourself. Don't worry about it. You don't need Salty Mike's validation.
Burks, Zero, Voidyvids.
Listen, of course he's going to say Burks and Zero. They're the biggest streamers out there. He's just kissing their ass. You know, he just wants a little bit of that Burks and he wants some of that Burks love. He wants that Zero love. Mike's kissing up to people bigger than him. That's it's okay.
Jeez, I thought his name was Salty Mike, not Salted Assholes. At least I make my own content. Maybe next time you react to someone's content, you make sure you share the link to it and spell the content creator's name correctly. Some other people might actually enjoy it.
Oh, burn. Shots fired, DeDLeader. Woo! Man, I like that. I loving it. I loving that drama. I loving that, man. I come for the drama. I come for the drama. Oh, that was good.